and we are live.
Welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. Paul, joined by Robert Ziggy Ziegler, who's here in person today.
Take that. I'm coming first. I'm in the studio. I'm first.
All right, fine. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it.
I'm from Harvard today.
You
Not from
deserve
Harvard,
it. You deserve
from
it.
New Jersey today. Well, did you ever live in Jersey? Or you almost moved to Jersey one time, right?
Almost moved to Pennsylvania, not Jersey.
Oh.
Fortunately, I've never had to risk living anywhere near here.
Yeah. Oh, geez, chaos.
And,
A little amateur hour over here.
You knew that there was no way that I was going to be placed sitting next to Ziggy. Like, I could have gone out of control.
We thought about putting Jack in the middle here, and then it's just like he'd be reaching over, touching Ziggy.
So
Paul Farrington, Robert Ziggy Ziegler, and Jack Weinberger in studio today, along with Zach Bloomquist, the best executive producer in the game, who's running the cameras. Look at Zach.
Look at all four of us down
here. I guess Zach's throwing up some graphics. Did you put yourself on screen, Zach?
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah. I thought I saw like all the handlebars at the bottom. So Zach's doing a good job in studio today. He did a nice job setting up, and people were getting on him in the comments section. But you know what? He did a good job.
Really only me.
Was really only Ziggy? Looks like we got a lot of people right here in the comment section right now. So drop in chats, drop in questions. Ziggy will be monitoring that throughout the episode, and we're going to answer a lot of questions. Obviously, the title of the video is Huge Announcement. So later on in the episode, we're actually two really big announcements. Probably.
I mean, Paul told me not to say this. These could be the biggest announcements in the history of the Paul Farrington Show. I'm not even exaggerating.
They're two pretty big announcements.
I apologize too. My breath stinks. I forgot to brush my teeth this morning.
What are you talking about?
So if you guys smell like a waft, like that's my breath.
Why would you say that on air?
Don't be alarmed.
I mean, we were all thinking
Don't be alarmed.
Why would you say it?
Don't be alarmed or concerned if you smell like a fungus, because it's probably my breath coming to your left. But carry on.
It's just
He's wearing that shirt.
I may take a second and go brush my teeth in the bathroom during this live show. So if I disappear, that's why.
Average Jack moment, indeed.
It's pretty cool. We right before the show started, obviously we have the Notre Dame helmet on the studio every single day, along with our sponsors, Rogue Energy and Two Brothers Brewing. Thank you guys for the sponsorship, and remember, please go check those guys out. It's links in the description to check out their products, which are, honestly, I've really enjoyed it. And Ziggy ran in today and took one of the Rogue shaker bottles today. He's like, hey, I get to keep these. So Ziggy now is also benefiting from the sponsorships. But the Notre Dame helmet's there, and it kind of hit Ziggy and I just while we were setting up. Notre Dame Miami's this week.
That sure is.
No, put that down.
Sure is.
Put that down.
Can we do a round of applause for football being back?
Yeah. Football's back. That's great.
I already placed my bet.
No, you
Canes
can't.
money line.
Jack and I will be down for the game on Saturday.
We will be.
I couldn't go because I don't want to be around Jack during that game.
I'll be really pissed off if
my
Jack's...
pink Gator shirt?
I'll be really pissed off if Jack's rooting for Miami during that. That'll just be horrendous.
I'm kidding.
Okay, so as we said, during the episode today, we're going to have the really big announcements coming a little bit later. We're going to get to some of the listener questions. There is something I do want to talk right at the top here. Ziggy has access to the YouTube channel, which I think is a net positive overall. Would you agree?
It's dangerous, but it's a net positive.
Yeah, it's dangerous because sometimes you never know.
It's
like
debatable.
I remember when Ziggy was first had access to the Twitter, I would log on to our Twitter and it would be like
a 10-page thing about a Arif Hassan article.
Yeah, and I would text Ziggy like, I'd be like, hey, why don't we just keep it to new show today, or we have a reel coming out.
Well, there could be a niche audience who enjoys seeing some of the crap that Ziggy posts too.
I'm sure there is. I mean, Ziggy's a great thinker.
What if I had access to the Twitter account? Would you do that?
I think you do have access to it. You've just never actually opened it up before. But Ziggy, anyway, has access to our YouTube studio, and he's been putting out these polls, and I've been really upset here, Jack, so you can see this as well. First off, the full fantasy mock draft episode, which later tonight, actually, right after we log off here, Zach, and I have our friend group from home fantasy draft. So a bunch of people are going to be coming over here. We'll be doing our draft. And Ziggy, I think, is probably going to be like the most popular man in my hometown.
Ziggy will be bombarded.
There are going to be a lot of people. You might have to put on a suit or something and like really make it official.
I think we got to go to the bags too.
Something might happen.
I'm off tomorrow.
Well, how many more days do you have off?
About another week. Literally another week.
End here.
So this is it. This is the end.
It's the end here. But anyway, Ziggy puts out this poll saying mock draft comes out tomorrow. Who do you expect out of the best draft? 71% of our listeners said Ziggy.
We got some intelligent listeners that sort of know what's up.
11. I'm sorry, I wasn't even second. 12% said producer Zach,
Which is
kind
correct
of
second,
insane
by the way.
that Zach can be gone
Well,
for like 2 months, and then he's still out.
we've
me
mentioned
and you.
that Zach has won a couple times, so that's why.
I've won before too.
Not in the 12 team.
I did. I won 2 years ago.
Oh.
But producer Zach disappears for 2 months from the show, and he's
You
still
know why he
outvoting
disappeared
us.
for 2 months to prepare for the fantasy
Probably.
draft.
No, Mike Leahy won 2 years ago.
I won Jahmyr Gibbs' rookie season.
I don't think
Leahy won the last year,
Oh.
and then Zach won. So Leahy won 2 years ago, and then Zach won last year.
So you won 3 years.
So he won 3 years ago.
I won.
Leahy-
Zach won
We
this
don't
year.
have to do math
Leahy
on
won
this show.
last
Paul
year,
won
Yeah.
recently.
and then
No,
I won 2 years ago.
I don't think Paul won.
You're just counting
Yeah,
differently.
yeah. Well, I guess we are just counting differently. But anyway, I have 11%, and then Jack, you came in 6%,
I'm actually shocked.
which is maybe better than.
That's more
so-
votes. I mean, the thing about this show, Jack, I don't think is the most fans, but Jack is the strongest fans. Like the Jackamaniacs. Put it in the chat right now if you were a Jackamaniac. Like they go crazy for Jack.
Some people do love me.
Yeah,
it's a very
the
small
generic
brand.
name says
but-
Jack would get the show banned from Twitter somehow. Yo, you know, Jack, I brought out the iPad right here so you could follow along.
I know, yeah.
Good. Yeah.
I'm looking down at it.
People are surprised here that Jack, they didn't realize you were a teacher.
Well, still just a TA at the moment, but in school to be a teacher.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, this is very. I mean, yeah, you do a good job.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm a coach as well. I'm good with in my craft.
Doe Soldier. I'm gonna have to kiss Ziggy, not optional for it. I love when the chat gets out of hand. That'll be great. Okay, so Ziggy, that was the first poll that I'm on vacation and I'm checking in on these polls. I'm going like, that's not what I want to see.
Ziggy's the Polar Express train kid.
Can we pull up a side by
I
side?
legitimately always said that. We've said that too.
Producer Zach, is there any way we can get an image of the Polar Express train? I know
Yeah.
we're asking you to do some live producing here, but
If we could pull up.
We've brought that up. I swear I've said
Oh
that
no!
before.
What is this? Oh, this is an ad. Okay, I thought Zach was having a live, like showing the screen live. All right,
That's
so
hysterical.
Jack's fan should be called Jack. All right. The second poll, you can already tell that when all three of us are in studio, it
it's
kind
a
of
disaster.
it turns into a disaster. Although it does kind of feel a little bit more. Someone commented the other day and was like, "It feels like this show's listening to ESPN radio back in the day." Which is, I think, the perfect comp. Like, that's a great
Oh, that's
compliment.
fantastic.
That's who we want to be.
Yeah, that's exactly who we want to be.
good
Ziggy,
blend
don't
of-
forget talking to
good
your
blend of
microphone,
funny.
Ziggy.
You know, I'll talk where I want to talk. Paul. How about that?
How
about that?
So hostile.
Hey, you could have said please talk
Please,
in your microphone.
please talk to the
Yeah,
mic.
that's right, Paul.
Ziggy,
Okay.
Ziggy comes up here and he's
He's running the show.
I'm
stays at your
disrespected.
stays at your
I'm being
house and he,
disrespected.
Speaking a foot away from the microphone. But this is kind of what it was like back when we were doing shows at Notre Dame, right? In studio. I mean, it's always a little bit more chaotic, a little more energy in the room. Ziggy's second poll that he puts out, he goes, "Okay, guys, with the NFL season right around the corner, who do you have winning the NFC North?" And we Jack, do you guess what percentage of people said Packers winning the NFC North?
87.
It's 78% of our views. People in the comments section. I love that we have Lions and Bears and some Vikings fans who also listen to the show, which is great because we need other people.
What's the Lions, like 10%?
There's at least a few, and they're just like all right, guys, like let's relax here.
No, what was the Lions voted? What percentage?
15%.
15.
And it was 4% for the Vikings and 2% for the Bears.
I don't know who'd vote for the Bears. I guess Bears fans.
I actually was talking though with my dad today about the Vikings and our expectations, and I was saying realistically, I feel like we're probably going to win 8 or 9 games. Like that's what I actually feel right now. Despite the hype and the team's really good and people are excited about JJ McCarthy, I think a fair number would be 9 games for the Vikings. Like that to me would be. Well, you're looking kind of sad at this, Ziggy.
I mean, I think 8 or 9 games is kind of aggressive. I have us winning 7.
I sat in 7 hours of class today on a Sunday, and I don't want to talk about the Minnesota Vikings right now. I'm going to be flat out honest with you.
You don't
That's
want to
like-
talk about JJ
dude, that's
McCarthy,
like the
the
last
most
team in the-
exciting young quarterback in the NFL?
I think I'm Vikings out on the show.
That might be a problem.
until Monday Night Football Week 1.
Yeah, I'm sick of JJ McCarthy. McCarthy will stink. The Vikings, that's just...
I will say this in your defense, Jack. It's been if this has felt like an especially long off season because there's been so many like what ifs. I am excited. Without we're sort of finally here for the season to start, so we actually have like football to talk about.
Oh, Zach got it. Zach got the picture. You see this,
Look
Jack?
at this. Throw this up. Is that?
Can you make the face? Can you make? I gotta see this.
Ziggy,
That
that's
is
you.
so good.
Ziggy, that's you.
You gotta
that's
grow
just
your hair
amazing.
out a little bit. You like hot chocolate, Ziggy? What's that kid? How does that kid talk again? He's like very nasally, isn't he?
Hey, Merry Christmas.
That's,
Merry Christmas.
Can you do that, Ziggy?
I'm not doing that. That's too much. That's
try,
too much.
Try your best. Merry Christmas.
Look at this. That is so
That's
good.
rough. That is rough.
Oh, that's awesome.
He was actually a super nice kid. I loved that kid.
Well done, producer Zach. That is just fantastic right there. I actually do have a question for the listeners before we start getting into some more of the listener questions and everything. That is just so good. So tonight in the fantasy football draft, I'm picking third. I have a pretty good hunch, and actually, Jack, I'm kind of curious for yours and Zach's opinion as well as people in the league. I think it's going to go Chase and then Bijan. At number 3, do I go Gibbs or Barkley? And is it actually wrong for me to take Gibbs because he's a Lion?
No, I go. I mean, Gibbs is my number one. Like if I had
Well, the two of
one,
you, I know two of you like Gibbs, but like, can I,
Yeah.
as a Viking fan, can I take Jahmyr Gibbs? Have the Lions
Yes.
entered that territory of?
I would take Lamar Jackson.
Well, I don't draft Packers.
I think that's.
I think
mean,
that's-
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
I don't draft Packers.
You're telling me Josh Jacobs is there in the 8th round. You're not taking him.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't take.
I only take Packers when it's like.
No,
good
you know what?
enough
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Oh.
I wouldn't
If-
take Josh Jacobs.
I don't believe
you guys
you.
can leave him. I won't
I
take
do
him.
not
Watch.
believe you.
Watch.
If I had like the Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase combo in fantasy, that'd be fantastic.
Well, you sell your. I mean, you sell your soul for gambling. Like you've given up the Steelers for gambling.
I wouldn't necessarily say that's true.
I'm not sure I have done that with the Vikings yet, but you've
That's not true.
have you bet?
Not
have you actually bet against the Steelers yet?
I bet against the Steelers one time. Yes.
Didn't
Did you feel
hit?
bad?
We were road favorites in Baltimore. I knew there was no chance of winning that game, and
Did
we
you hit
we lost. No, so I won.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm 100% taking Gibbs at 3. I don't care if I'm a Vikings fan or not.
Okay. I just want to make sure that
Yes.
you know. I feel like as a big Viking fan, it's fair to say, should I be taking another NFC North rival?
I feel like
I don't
Barkley.
think it is. I think like homerism or favoritism in fantasy is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Barkley's being slept on.
I mean, it's
Well, I just asked you if I should take. So should I take Gibbs or
Barkley is
Barkley?
not being slept on. Barkley's still overrated.
Like I also would take Gibbs, and Barkley's probably like my 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But he also could end up he could be number 1.
It's half PPR for anybody who's
but it's
wondering. in
full
here.
PPR and half PPR really don't make a difference.
I
No,
think it adds
like
up.
whether you're half or full, it's not a huge difference either way.
I think it adds up.
It demonstrably does not.
I think I would have won the league last year if it was full PPR instead of
Player
half.
like finishes are about the same. But you know what? Jack. Surely you're excited about the Minnesota Vikings now that we have Carson Wentz leading the backup squad.
I had him in fantasy a couple years back.
Yeah,
Carson-
like, it's Carson freaking Wentz,
So I
Super
took-
Bowl champion. Carson.
You want to hear a
Wentz.
funny
Oh
story?
yeah, so we've added a Super Bowl champion. That has to mean something to you.
Yeah, it does. You want to hear a funny story though? Remember Carson Wentz was good on the Eagles? Or
Yeah,
supposed to.
he had
like
he had the MVP caliber season
then he-
before he got
like,
hurt.
then he was
so we don't need
supposed
to
to be-
talk about the rest of that
He
year.
was supposed to be good before he got hurt.
Yeah.
So I took him like the 4th round in our fantasy draft, and our buddy Ryan took Ben Roethlisberger the last round, and then
Which you always used to do.
I always used to have Ben. So then Ryan calls you on that while we're at school, and he's like, it's like midnight. He's like, Jack, you know that you want Roethlisberger. I'm like, yeah, I do. So I traded him Carson Wentz, a 4th round pick for Big Ben straight up.
I remember when you did that. The league was shocked.
Yeah,
And,
who he took in the I think Mr. Irrelevant.
Little shout out to Stuckman for re-upping their membership for 11 months. Paul says the Vikings can win 9 games. Siggy's the Vikings at 7.
Oh come on, man!
Come on. Boo. With a rookie at the helm, let's be fair and split the difference. Vikes 3 and 14.
Oh, dude.
But that's okay. This has to be a poll.
Wow. So we have a light delay on our show, our feed, so we can't see it. Oh come on, that's pretty. I actually did dress up as Waluigi for Halloween this
The
year.
poll should say, does Ziggy look more like the train kid or Paul like Waluigi?
Yeah,
That's the poll.
I think I got a little Waluigi in me right here.
I got another one for Paul. Don't worry.
Oh no.
And then I'm like Cristiano Ronaldo.
I mean, I've heard them all. I mean, I'm curious where Zach goes, but like, I've heard a bunch of them before. This is already a
Who am I like? Zach Efron?
ridiculous show.
Cristiano
Zac Efron.
Ronaldo?
I'd say Brad Pitt, maybe.
Brad Pitt, yeah.
Yeah.
Just one of those hot guys.
Scalabrine. Maybe Brian, maybe thinner, shorter, fatter
Before
Scalabrine.
we get too far into the show, Paul, before we get too deep, is there anyone you want to shout out? Or anything you want to shout out?
Oh, Ziggy wants the sponsorships right off the bat here.
You told me to remind you. We've been live for like 15 minutes.
I'll get to it later. But that's a good job from Ziggy. You know what? A bonus shout out to Rogue Energy and Two Brothers because Ziggy remembered. But I think the timing was a little bit off.
Time flies. You're having fun.
We're having a great time.
We're about
15 minutes already?
We're having a great time so far.
Here we go, boys.
Yeah. What, you got another one, Zach?
I got another one.
Yeah, here we go from producer Zach. But anyway, so this week, down in Virginia Beach with my family on vacation. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if any of you guys have been to Virginia Beach
That's
before.
where you were for vacation.
Yeah. Where do you think I was?
My mother asked me like on the phone a couple days ago, "Where's Paul for vacation?" I said, "I have no clue."
I was kind of I was in your state or your old state, I guess we could say,
live in
right?
Virginia anymore.
But
It's not like you would have visited me there anyway.
Who's Zach putting up? Oh, there we go. Yes. Thank you, Zach. That looks good.
Okay, no, I've got the poll.
No, it's more Waluigi.
No. I think it's more. Look at that. Come on, that's more Keanu Reeves. It's John Wick. I actually was at Hibachi and the Hibachi waiter came up and it was actually insane. It was just like.
Yeah, it's probably crossed.
It was like South Park-esque, like it was generational waiter. He was hysterical. But he goes, and what would you like, Keanu Reeves? And I was just like, all right, this is pretty good. I'll take this one.
I think this poll is going to be pretty lopsided, Paul.
I think what
that should be
Waluigi
100
or-
nothing.
It's 68 to. I mean, it's John Wick's getting some votes here. I think I look more objectively more like John Wick than
Yeah,
Waluigi.
I don't think so.
No,
But so what I actually do want to say real quick. I went skydiving for the first time. We actually have a video, which hopefully comes out good. But Zach, you turn so we can see. I wanted to show you guys jumping out of a plane was one of here. Jack watches. I told Jack when I was leaving. I actually gave Jack a hug goodbye. I thought it could be the last time that I ever see Jack before. But jumping out of a plane was one of the most insane. It was probably the most insane. Yeah, look at that face that I had. That's my dad jumping out of a plane right there.
That's Mr.
Yeah, Mr.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, when you see your father jump out of a plane, you're like, holy crap. Like, my dad just plummeting through the sky.
At that point, you can't shake it out.
No, you
That's
can't.
honestly like you're also showing no emotion.
I was in shock. I actually was in shock. Like,
He jumped out of a plane.
Yeah, but everyone I see is like screaming or.
well, I told you when things like that happen, I just go mute, and I was just like taking it all in.
I'd probably have the same expression.
And yeah, but I was just in shock right there. And then thankfully the chute opens, and driving around with the parachute for a little bit was fun.
Can we get a shout out for great producing from producer Zach?
Yeah, producer Zach is doing fantastic right now.
I mean, look, he's here, he's present, he's doing well.
And then landing, and thankfully we made it through without dying.
Here comes some snacks, baby.
But
Here
yeah,
comes
no,
some
my
snacks.
brother set up the whole thing, so that was awesome. And he got his bonus at work, so that was his treat. He wound up taking us all skydiving.
Eddie O'Connell in the building.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to this. Matt, when you go up, please shut the door and keep everyone out of here because we are live.
I didn't mean to bring
All right.
the crowd down. That's my fault.
Please leave.
I didn't know you were recording. I just wanted to say hi to Ziggy.
Yeah, okay. Lauren wants to say hi to
everybody
everybody.
wants to say hi.
All right. Let's get back
Typical.
here. Let's get back here. It's good to see everybody. But we are doing a
I
live.
only shout out my real fans.
We got our
We are
fans
doing a
coming
live show
down.
here. Okay, so let's get back into it now. And this is where, if you can't tell, there's clearly a lot of energy down here in this basement right now. So we're gonna shout out our sponsor, Rogue Energy. So I want to say this too because we have the script and normally we stick to that, but with Rogue so far, it's been a great, unbelievable communication with Zach, their CEO. Who I've been talking to throughout this entire process. Great name. They're based in Green Bay. As I said, when Ziggy came down today, he checked out the products and immediately went for the shaker. Guess what color shaker Ziggy chose, by the way?
Green and yellow.
Green. He took the
Yep.
green one, and then he goes, not only do I want the green, can I add a little bit of yellow to this one? And I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow.
But no, seriously. So they have Rogue Energy, of course. But then if you're not into the caffeine stuff, then you could also check out the Rogue. Yeah, nice job, Ziggy. The Rogue Hydration, which is the caffeine-free electrolyte line that's perfect for staying sharp and hydrated all day long. I tried that one time after going to the gym. I was just feeling completely dehydrated. Forgot my water bottle. Forgot my Rogue shaker at home, and I actually felt great taking it afterwards. I felt replenished and awesome. So check that out. You get 30% off site-wide using our code Paul.
That's PAUL.
That's PA. Yeah, thank you. That's PAUL, and you can try out the starter kit, which is awesome. And with the starter kit, you do get the shaker, and you get 5 custom sample sticks of your choice, so you can find your go-to flavor without committing to a full tub. Ziggy, can you show that the flavor right here on the top?
You're taking over my job.
Tiger's blood. How cool is? I mean, I actually think the packaging on Rogue, sponsorship aside, I think it's
It
just
is pretty
awesome.
cool.
It looks really cool.
Hey,
Wait,
fix the sponsorship. Ziggy just put
Oh,
it
yeah,
back
Ziggy,
all
Ziggy,
willy-nilly,
yeah, Ziggy.
like-
Let me a little. What are you saying?
You go to the gym?
Oh, I do go to the gym.
There's no way you go to the
other
gym.
ones-
No, I'm pretty
other
good.
ones-
And when you look, I love going.
There you
Who
go.
goes to the gym more, me or you?
I mean, I don't think you don't go to the gym anymore.
I do go to the gym.
Jack, when we get texts from Jack during the summer, and Jack's like by his pool. I mean, Jack, you're pretty heavy. This
Who
summer.
goes to the gym more, Zach? Me or Paul?
Come on, Zach.
Paul, because he actually steps foot in one.
I don't think he does.
No, he might.
But see,
sit-
Jack, you'd actually be perfect. I should be selling our sponsorship to you.
I think it's a myth.
You taking some Rogue Energy, going to the gym, come back, have the hydration.
I think it's a myth.
That'd
You
be
go
great.
to the gym.
No, I know. You're the only one who doesn't believe it. But anyway, guys, please check out. Look at Zach over here. Head over to rogueenergy.com. Use code Paul again, PAUL, for 30% off site wide. Fuel your focus. Stay in the game. We're going to get back to the show here. But again, thanks to Rogue Energy, who's just been great. And it would really help us out, too, if you guys head over. Just try the starter kit. Give it a shot. Let us know what you think about it.
I'm getting chicken leg comments here.
That's okay. I think Jack's very fast. Jack was a great. People don't realize Jack was a great runner.
I
back
do
in
have
the day.
small legs.
Jack, have you ever done a squat?
Oh, I've done several squats. I can squat like 70 pounds.
All right.
Okay, let's
back to the
get
show.
in here. All right, Ziggy, do you have some of the live in show questions
Yeah,
right now?
we've got a couple live in show questions.
Okay, why don't
right
you go
now.
ahead? Take on moderator right here.
So we've got one from John Schmidt. Who's the roster bubble guy on the Minnesota Vikings that you're cheering for the hardest to make the team?
Oh, what's the
Yeah, classic. Paul has to go to Google.
No, hold on. I wanted to make sure I get the name right. The running back we have, who's just been awesome, Xavier Scott. Xavier Scott has been, now obviously Jack has never heard of Xavier Scott, which you shouldn't have heard of Xavier Scott before.
Who says I haven't?
Yeah, really?
Where'd he go to school?
I have no idea.
Tulane.
Is it real?
No, I have no
I was like,
idea.
what? No, Xavier Scott. My dad's been giving me updates on him this entire preseason.
I've heard him called the next Chuck Foreman.
And from my dad.
Yes.
But my dad will come in and be like, "Did you see Xavier Scott today? Another great game. He just runs hard. He's been
He played
making
for the
plays."
Maine Black Bears. That's a real program.
He's the
Yeah.
Foreman grill guy? Chuck Foreman?
He might. No.
I did watch Rumble in the Jungle today, by the way. I just watched it
The
back.
George Foreman.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
The George
George
Foreman.
Foreman.
Remember Drake and Josh, the Gary Coleman girl? That was a great episode.
Yes.
But I like Xavier Scott. All right, what else we got?
We'll see. If you've got any questions, feel free to throw them in the Q&A. Seabass asks, did any of you play football when you were younger? If so, what positions?
Yeah, I think. Am I
I
the
mean,
only
looking
one?
at me, you can take a guess.
I was legitimately in like second grade, the best flag football receiver of all time. Nobody could catch me, and I can catch a deep ball. It was amazing.
Jack was was extremely fast back in the day.
First, second grade flag football was.
I love how I looked at the two of you like I was about to be like, oh, like am I the only one who played? I played 1 year in like elementary school of tackle football.
Look, we've got
As a tight
bodies
end.
built for
Well,
commentating.
You know
on
what's funny is
football.
like the one person that probably should have played football didn't play football.
You?
Me.
Yeah, you would have been good at football if producer
I
Zach.
mean,
Yeah, there you go. Throw yourself in
I'm
there.
Yeah, you would
I'm
have.
frozen.
You suck.
frozen.
Oh, you're frozen? All right.
Okay.
You
Zach
know,
would've been good.
I always wonder because during elementary school tryouts, they had like 3 or 4 dudes try out for quarterback, and I was one of the final 4. And there are 2 QBs, and I wasn't chosen to be one of the final 2. I always wonder, where would I have gone if I had been one of those quarterbacks? So you have to imagine I would keep playing,
Yeah.
right?
It's probably coach's kid.
And obviously, I mean, we've played in pickup games before. You see the natural talent with the arms.
I do.
Who knows?
It's probably coach's kid got the
Maybe,
job.
maybe right now I'd be the Viking quarterback.
One more live
Yeah.
question to get to, and then we can get back to some segment. To bring in the new football season, can we get a big collective go pack go? No.
Go, Pack, go.
No,
I'll do it.
We are going to be hopefully later. Ziggy's here for about 2 days, and we'll get to the reason in a second why Ziggy's here. But we're also going to try and book our trip out to Vikings Packers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me and
it'll be
Ziggy
really
are
fun.
sharing the couch tonight. Sleeping in the same space.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's I've got the Mike McDaniels body. I do not have the football player body.
Logan asked us, how did you guys all meet? So Jack, Zach, and I all grew up together. We're in our hometown. We all went to school. Zach actually asked me if I wanted to be best friends in first grade on like the second day of class. And I said, yeah, sure. And now here we are, 20 years later. Ziggy and I, we were at the strip club. No, I'm kidding. Ziggy and I went to Notre Dame together. We were in the same dorm. But it's actually what's amazing because I think Ziggy's amazing at podcasting and like radio show stuff.
Very natural.
Just like Jack has said this before. Most interesting guy you'll meet. Can talk about any topic
In the entire world.
Very knowledgeable. Yeah. Like he asked Ziggy where he wants to go hang out. What do you say? Where was it in Washington? The forest?
Oh, the Ho rainforest. Yeah.
Where like you can't. It's super quiet, right?
It's the most
Quietest place in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like Jack says, where do you want to go? And that's Ziggy's answer. And Jack's on the phone. He's like, this guy is unbelievable. Like who picks that rainforest?
Well, that was our Saturday nights with Ziggy.
Yeah.
Or
it was
maybe
great.
when my dad called Ziggy, asking questions. And
But what was awesome with Ziggy, so we met in our dorm in Carroll Hall at ND, and I decided to do the show in the spring semester. So we were already friends by the
Sort
spring
of.
semester. Yeah, I mean, but we lived down the hall from each other, and
I could tolerate you.
yeah. So I was doing the show with our buddy Will Coots, and Will was Will's one of the best. I mean, he's one of our best friends in the world. But when it came to timing, I'm not very good with time. Will is a little worse than me.
I mean,
so,
I will never forget. I'm not trying to throw Will under too much blast here, but this just gives you an idea. So we're like, this show's starting, right? This is like, it's me, Paul, and Will Coots at this point. And we're like 2 minutes into the show, and we call Will Coots and we say, where are you? And he says, I'm right outside. I'll be upstairs in a minute. It's like, okay, he'll be up in a minute or two. So we wait, and he doesn't come. It's like, okay, not totally sure why. He ends up not showing up to the show at all. We head back to the dorm, and he's asleep. And we're like, Will, what happened? And he says, oh, yeah, I decided to take a shower and then go back to sleep. So it's like, I love Will Coots, great guy,
like, that's actually the most
big
insane
supporter.
thing I've ever heard.
yeah, it's-
What? He didn't
It's
text like
100%
no,
true.
he went back to sleep. But anyway, so like that's how Will was. And one day when I knew Will wasn't going to make it, I walked down the hallway to Ziggy. He was like, hey, what do you want to be on the show with me? I don't want to do it by myself again. And Ziggy had never really didn't know anything about football or sport. You didn't really know sports too well, right?
I knew cycling.
And he knew cycling, and we weren't talking about cycling.
Still does.
But Ziggy came on the show with our buddy Max, and it was just super fun. And I was like, I just said to him, you have to do that again. And
And
here
then
we
you
are.
ended up inviting me to become a broadcaster for Notre Dame football. Like it turned into a
Yeah,
whole thing.
it was
and now
really
we're here.
cool. It was really cool. So here we are. Here we are right now. So, all right, yeah, a generic name says on a roll today, guys. We'll see. We'll see
Jim
if we can keep
Pinto,
it going.
Does Paul think J.J. McCarthy's ceiling is closer to Tom Brady's or Aaron Rodgers?
Brady's, because Brady's. I want the winner.
Brady's the second best quarterback of all time. I think his ceiling is more like Peyton Manning, but
Yeah, Ziggy is a Peyton Manning believer.
Well, what's Rodgers? Rodgers is probably top 4 all time.
Well, if you talk about talent wise, I think like
I mean,
Brady.
J.J. McCarthy arguably has more physical talent than Aaron Rodgers. He's got a better arm. He's got
okay,
better
here
legs.
we go. Here we go.
No.
This rage bait right
So
there.
I'm trying to talk like Paul talks about J.J. McCarthy. It's like if you took Tom Brady's mind and put it in
Oh my
Josh
God,
Allen's
relax,
body,
man.
but with
Relax,
Drew
man.
Brees' accuracy.
Do you know who he'll be? He could be like maybe like a Joe Flacco. Is his ceiling?
If he wins a
Like,
Super Bowl
I'll
with
take
us,
it.
like
Yeah,
Joe
but
Flacco did,
I mean,
Jack.
like carried by a team.
That's if he's Joe Flacco. Well,
plays until he's 40. He's a phenomenal player when he's on.
Yeah.
wait, would I take?
Like-
I guess that's an interesting question, and let us know in the comment section what you think. Would you sign up if you drafted someone number 10 overall? Would you want them to be Joe Flacco? I think you want more than that. With
Well,
the
of course you want
want
more than that, but I think
Well, we're
that's
not ca- we're
better
not-
than average outcome.
But we're not saying. Well, yeah, maybe it's better than average outcome, but we're not
I
saying.
mean, no, Flacco was rookie year AFC chip. Then he won a Super Bowl.
No, but we're not giving you the Super Bowl. We're saying like just the quarterback, right?
yeah, but Joe Flacco is a quarterback that can win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, I mean Flacco was really good.
But like he needed a team.
Yeah, Flacco was really good, but I think you want. I mean, you're obviously you're shooting for like a top 10 QB, and how often was Flacco a top 10 QB? He was.
Like
there were
twice.
years where he was like hovering there.
But most guys you take in the first round are not going to become top
I don't
10
see McCarthy being
QBs.
top 10 QB once.
The generic name with a good question. The player Joe Flacco or the successor Joe Flacco? Obviously, you take the successor Joe Flacco. I'm saying the player Joe Flacco. I think I'm rooting for J.J. McCarthy to be better than that. Even though Joe Flacco had a very successful career, he had some great seasons. I think you still just want more. And that's no shade
you're
at Joe
correct,
Flacco.
You want more,
Yeah.
but I think Joe Flacco's a well above average outcome.
Would
for
you
number 10
sign up
overall.
for it right now?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah. If he can play at Joe Flacco's level, we will be a Super Bowl contender
But
for his whole rookie
so
contract.
this is interesting. I think a Bears fan would not sign up with Caleb.
Well, Bears fans are desperate because their roster is not as good.
Yeah, like
And I don't mean that. I don't mean that like to dunk on Bears fans. I just mean J.J. McCarthy just has to be okay.
McCarthy also was better than Caleb Williams. So like there's a better chance that he's
Happy
like
birthday,
Flacco than
Chris
Caleb's
Williams.
like Flacco.
Okay, we'll continue on here. So I want to get to a couple more of the
And then we'll get to our announcement.
listener questions. Yeah, then we'll throw the announcement in here in a little bit. Midwest Mountain Man goes, and Midwest Mountain Man is a member, and if you want to become a member, you could go to our community homepage and select join.
M-Cubed.
If you are a member, you'll get your questions read. So we'll absolutely go through a few of these questions here. But Midwest Mountain Man goes, I've gotten engaged. I mean, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Let's go.
Huge W.
Now,
Huge
that's a
W.
huge W. The follow-up here might
Who's the
not,
lucky,
Yeah.
who's the
might
lucky
not
man?
be so much of a...
Who's the lucky man?
So here we go. I can't think...
Wait. Are we getting the invite is the question.
To Midwest Mountain
I
Man's
might
wedding?
go if I
I
were
mean, if
invited.
we got an invite.
I would legitimately go if I was invited.
You don't want to invite Jack.
No, I would legitimately go.
Jack would be
man.
like-
Isn't Jack his man?
I'm his guy.
Yeah, isn't that?
I think he likes me.
I
He's
think
like one of my.
he does too, but that would be...
Do you really want Jack at your wedding?
He's one of my
I
four
mean,
fans.
that's a high risk, high reward choice.
Jack would be walking up to Midwest Mountain Man, and while he'd be like, "Hey, is that bridesmaid single?" Is that
As most normal guys at weddings do.
So he goes, "I got engaged. I can't think of anyone better to give tips on how to maintain a long, successful marriage than a trio of typically single football podcasters, chronically single. What advice would you guys give?"
I mean, look, I was in a long-term relationship about 4 months.
Actually, Zach is the best. Zach's the best for this one. Producer Zach was in a 6-year. Well, are we supposed to get into that? Is it stupid? Producer Zach was in a 6-year.
Does that mean he's the guy to go to or the guy not to go to?
Well, I know. I think he knows what the. Well, go ahead, Zach. What do you think?
What was the question?
Throw yourself on screen. Look, producer Zach down in like a bag of Cheetos while we're asking him about marital
Fully in
advice.
whole bag.
It's a big bag. It's a big bag.
He has give him tips for a long, successful marriage. Then we'll get back to football.
A long, successful marriage. Now, as a man that's not married, but has been in a long-term relationship, you got to do things. That's what
Throw yourself on screen,
I
Zach.
can't. We're frozen.
Oh, you're frozen. That's
I'm
right.
frozen. I would throw myself on screen, but we're frozen. I'm also
Do
munching
things.
down
That's
Cheetos.
right. That's right. Do things.
Just like plan things together. I think that's the biggest thing.
Zach's
It's just
using
go
some
on
recency bias right here.
Just go on some.
Certainly.
No, just do like adventurous things together. Like that. I feel like that's it. Like you get stuck like thinking
like
that you
that,
just got to
Zach.
be in the house all day, like cuddling with each other. Like go out and do something.
Throw on the Paul Farrington show.
and then like once you're years and years in, is when you as a dad can be like, all right, I'm just gonna stay home. You go out, and I'll just
That's horrendous.
I'll just be sitting here on the couch watching.
Jack is anti-reliable when it comes to relationships. If you do the opposite of what he says, you'll be okay.
I like that, Zach. Adventurous. Go on dates. Keep it fresh.
I'm talking to like 17
I
girls
like
right
that.
now.
I like that. Yeah.
Don't be resentful. Just talk to each other.
Jacob Clay says, "Thank you for making the off season more bearable. Also, your draft content was unbelievably cool. It was really cool for us too, and it was so much fun meeting everybody who listens to the show.
I thought they were talking about the fantasy football draft, which was unbelievably cool because I won.
Wait,
That's what I thought.
read Sandy's comment. Read Sandy's comment.
Sandy?
No, Sandy, I'm single. But
Do
would
either
love-
of you guys have girlfriends? I have a couple of beautiful granddaughters. Go back up.
I would actually legitimately love. I would meet your granddaughter.
Sandy
I
does
would.
have some. Yeah, Sandy, you can
Here.
go ahead and send
make-
this link to your granddaughters.
Can I make my pitch?
I gotta ask.
Hold on.
I gotta
Can I
ask.
make my pitch?
This is
No,
not
no,
good.
before
Can I
this
make
is-
my
not
pitch?
what we wanted this to
Easy
turn
there,
into.
Easy there.
I have a
First-
question
first
for
off-
Paul
wait,
before
wait.
we get there.
No, hold on.
Hold on. No
Drop
football
your
at the moment.
Instagram. Drop the
We'll go
Instagram.
producer Zach
All right.
first.
Drop the Instagram.
Yes, my Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
No,
This is
we're not. We're
I don't know
not
if I
doing
could-
this.
I don't know if I
We're
could
not
do this.
doing this.
It's Jack Weinberger. It's my Instagram.
Okay, there you go.
I guess that's not very.
But
good.
also, let me make my pitch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's no pitch needed. There's
Oh,
no
let's
pitch
hear his
needed.
pitch. I'm actually kind of curious
So,
what his pitch
Sandy,
is.
I have 3 younger sisters. I know how to treat
No.
ladies
Okay.
with respect.
Yeah.
That's not where you go.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I know a woman. That's the best trait you've got.
I think I'm sweet. I take care of her. I'd put her first. I deserve a shot. So I'd love to meet one of your granddaughters. I'm 26, by the way. 26 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah, the
so.
huge importance right there.
I have
Paul,
to, I have to make sure she's legal age.
Paul, would you be willing to date a Packers fan?
Yeah.
So here's a question, right? So like,
It'd be,
how good would it have to be in order for you to date a Packers fan? Because I think all those.
well, when you say how good would it have to be, what are you talking about?
On a scale out of 10, like how many points does Packers fan take off?
Oh, I actually don't think Packers fans really takes anything off. I told you before. I know so many people who are Packers fans, and I just love all of them.
Like
I seriously can't think of one person I know who's a Packers fan who I don't like. So I think it would actually almost be fitting.
I remember when I was in first grade at my elementary school, a Michigan fan and Ohio State fan teacher got married. And like they invited the first grade class to their wedding for reasons I don't quite understand. But anyways, I was there and I remember them talking about how like that rivalry brought them together. It sort of like gave them, we talked about keeping things exciting. Like every year there's something to look forward to. And you sort of get to like act out all your anger towards each other in this like fake rivalry and then it's over with. Maybe it'll work.
Yeah, maybe it
It'd
might.
be twice as good because it's twice a year.
Yeah, it would be fun. I actually think it would be fun to date a Packers fan. It would be.
Sandy says, "Oh yes, legal." I think Sandy's trolling
Yes,
us.
legal
Sandy's
age.
trolling us.
Sandy, come on.
Oh yes, legal age. That's great. That's a first win right there. Okay. You know what? Let's say the announcements. Then we're gonna get to
So
these.
before we get to the announcements that you have planned, Paul, this announcement I didn't tell you about, but it's a huge announcement. It's gonna change the show.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I, Robert Ziggy Ziegler, am officially coming out. It's a fan of the Green Bay
No.
Packers.
Wait, that cannot actually be true. You have a jersey, but that's not true, is it?
No, it's not true.
Oh, okay. Thank
but-
God.
Wait,
I
who's-
actually was
can you
really
imagine?
concerned
Wait,
about
what
that.
what jersey is that?
It's a
Who's that?
Ziggy jersey.
It's the Ziggy
When
jersey.
I wear into the draft, someone asked what jersey
Oh,
am I wearing
that
to the draft.
was
You gotta
really
pick
bad.
0 for the number of Super Bowls the Minnesota
Ziggy, that
Vikings
was
have won.
really bad. That actually, I was
believed
really
it.
nervous.
You believed it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think you are
Can we
very.
just clip Paul's face when I brought that out? I'm like, I'm a Packers fan
I think
now.
you're very close.
I'm not close at all.
I think you're very close.
It's not
Wow,
happening.
I was actually like totally being real with everybody right now. I was really upset there for a second. If I lost Ziggy to it would just be horrible. Okay, well, it's a nice jersey. Yeah, okay. Everyone's mad at you, Ziggy, but it's a nice jersey. Like it's a horrible jersey. It's a Ziggy on the back.
Ziggy, you edged him.
All right.
You edged the folks.
You know what? So let's do the announcements. We have two really fun announcements coming up. Really big announcements for the show. We're gonna start with the one that's coming up this week. We have a guest that a lot of people have wanted us to have for a really long time. That'll be joining the show with us this week. That's why Ziggy's here in person. We're gonna have all three of us on screen at the same time with Mr. Tom Grossi. It's very exciting for us. I know, round of applause to Tom Grossi. I mean, one of the biggest NFL guy on YouTube right now. Tom Grossi is going to be on our show. That'll be coming out Wednesday morning. We're going to talk some NFC North. Ziggy's probably going to show him the Packer jersey. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go back and forth with Tom a little bit. We're able to meet him at the NFL draft. And that was really funny because we walk up, there's a bunch of people around Tom. And
Yeah, so what happens? You say, I'm Paul Farrington, nice to meet you. He says, yeah, okay. Jack goes, I'm Jack Weinberger, nice to meet you. Yeah, okay. I say, I'm Ziggy. He says, oh, you must be the Paul Farrington show.
he did recognize Ziggy's name. And that was great. Actually, what was really fun was when we were in the circle. Remember, I'm wearing the Viking jersey. There's some Packers fans with him taking a picture. And I'm like, I could take your picture. Everyone goes like, oh, boy, here we go. And as I'm kind of joking with them that I'm going to take the picture like way off center, someone from way behind goes, make sure it's not wide left. Like,
And you just got crushed. Like, your
yeah.
face changed.
I was upset.
You were sort of having fun.
I was upset.
and
Everyone
then-
was laughing. It was brutal. But anyway, very excited. We're gonna have Tom on the show. Super nice of Tom to come on. It's like Tom's massive guy. Massive guy on YouTube. He's doing us a really nice favor here, coming on and talking a little NFC North. So we'll have some fun.
I mean, we always like to have Packers fans on our show because I think that brings out the best of the Packers-Vikings rivalry.
So the second announcement that we have, I think people will also be very excited about this.
I don't know if I know this one.
You do. Half the time we have these like conversations, Jack's like filled in literally live on the show. During the season, weekly, and I believe it's going to be on Wednesday. The
Oh, okay.
details
Yes.
are
Yes.
not exactly ironed out, but I believe it'll be on Wednesdays. We're going to have a weekly show with Andy Herman from Pack-A-Day. And we're going to do it. It's going to be a joint show. We're not sure on the name yet. Maybe something like NFC North check-in. But we're going to do an NFC North show with Mr. Andy Herman once a week. And that'll be awesome as well.
I have a follow request on Instagram.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, let's
Please.
Can we get
don't
through
read the
emails?
name.
Yeah,
By the
don't
way,
read
do
the
not
name
don't
out
read the
loud.
name. Don't read the name.
Did Sandy come through?
That's insane.
Did Sandy come through? That'd
So
be huge.
the two announcements that we have, again, we're going to have Tom Grossi on the show on Wednesday. That'll be coming out Wednesday morning. Can't wait for that. And we're going to be doing a weekly show with Andy Herman, checking in on the NFC North. That'll be dropping. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, this is going to be a super, and it's not going to be just Packers, not going to be just Vikings. It's going to be NFC North related. We're going to check in because I know we have Lions and Bears fans as well.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
okay.
Well, I mean, hey, the
okay.
Lions
I know,
are
I'm
running the
kidding.
division. The
I'm
Lions are
kidding.
running the division. If Caleb, Caleb's preseason game, this the drive he had to start off preseason week 2 for Chicago. A couple of those throws, man, that throw down the seam to Kmet, like you start, if you're a Bears fan, you start having these visions of what Caleb Williams could become. And I know you hate, and I hate just not the right word. I know that you dislike Caleb as a.
I don't hate anybody.
Yeah, I know you don't hate. Yeah, that's a.
I don't hate
dislike,
anybody.
You don't think Caleb's very good.
Yes.
You just like Caleb Williams' style of play.
Yes. He's
And
probably a very nice person, though.
you still see, like you can still see though, like there's the potential for him to be awesome.
No, I don't see it.
What are you
So
laughing
I've
at?
got to read this AI summary about our show. Viewers are excited that Ziggy could potentially be joining an organization called The Pack. Viewers are expressing their support and enthusiasm for Ziggy.
Let's see.
But yeah, it's XX Zeppelin XX. I didn't call it out. He actually knew earlier because Andy has also talked about this on like one of his pregame lives. So it's happening.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. And actually,
Wait, is
is
Jacob
go ahead.
Underhill? Jacob?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
Why?
shout out Jacob for Packers Farmington show.
Because Jacob's he's a big fan. He's doing a good job here. He's commenting. He's pretty active.
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna shout him out for a sec.
No,
Thank you, Jacob.
Jacob donated too. That's extremely nice of Jacob. We appreciate. Shark, we actually are not secretly Packers fans. Although I'll say tomorrow morning I'm actually going to be, and I'll see maybe Ziggy will be on too. I'm not sure yet, but I'm actually going to be on the fan with Andy Herman tomorrow morning a little bit. Andy's sending over a rundown at some point. I got a text midday during the vacation in Virginia Beach that goes like, "It's Steve Sparky Pfeiffer from the fan Milwaukee," and he's like, "You want to come on the show?" I don't know if anyone here listens to Steve Pfeiffer, and I was just like, "Sure." So hopped on for a little bit, talked some Vikings, and it was a lot of fun. So we're starting to get a little more integrated into that scene.
should have asked me to
in
come on.
Wisconsin. I mean, hey, you're the man. I mean, people,
I would've
do people
probably
like
been
you in Green Bay? I think so.
Well, no one knew me.
I think so.
We were there. It's like, oh, Ziggy Paul, you're the third guy. What's up? What's your name
And
again?
as the third announcement, just to be clear, I am not and will never be a Green Bay Packers fan.
Thank you, Ziggy.
I feel a need to announce that after.
That means
I
a
just
lot to
pranked
me.
Paul.
Yeah. All right.
That was a pretty mean prank. Paul.
Before
I'm
we,
sorry.
yeah, I actually was worried. Before we get into some of the mailbag questions here, want to remind everyone that this episode is presented by our friends at Two Brothers Brewing Company. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, round of applause for Two Brothers Brewing.
2BB.
Now, again, Ziggy was very nervous because I said I'm going to go a little off script on advertisements, which never really is a good idea. But I will say we brought down the beers that were sent from Two Brothers on our vacation, and I had our friends and family trying out the Domaine DuPage, the Prairie Path. That was a huge hit, the Prairie Path. People loved that. And, of course, the Adam Smasher, the Oktoberfest lager that they have. If it's available in your area, go to the store, try it out. It is awesome. I love the Prairie Path beer that they have. My friends were drinking a ton of it, honestly, during the vacation. And the strawberry vodka lemonade that they have as well.
Yeah.
That's one of the producers. Zach loves that stuff. My sister, she's been all over that. All this stuff that I had never honestly heard of it because we're East Coasters here. Two Brothers just isn't in our area, but it's phenomenal. And I am so happy that they reached out and sponsored some of these episodes. So if you haven't tried it before, and you have access to it, for sure, try and get your hands on some Two Brothers if you enjoy beer. Or again, the strawberry vodka lemonade was
They got
awesome.
something for everyone over the age of 21.
Yeah, nice job, Ziggy. Great addition.
Please
there.
drink responsibly.
And remember, you can visit their tap house and brewery in Warrensville or stop by the historic Two Brothers Roundhouse in Aurora, the legendary building once owned by Walter Payton. Just cool to be in places owned by former legends of sports. It's always fun for me to go check those out. And this season, the Roundhouse is hosting charity events during every Bears football game. So bring your game day crew, enjoy great food, cold beer, give back while cheering on the team. Two Brothers Brewing, follow your passion. Drink ours. Must be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly. But yeah, seriously, go check them out. I've really enjoyed. If you're a beer fan, I've really been enjoying.
And our fantasy drafts tonight. I'm gonna crack it open during our
We
draft.
probably
in
will
an
be
hour.
cracking it open during the fantasy
Sure.
draft. 100%.
Why not?
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Get a little crunk. I'm off tomorrow.
Where are you picking in the draft? You're 12, right?
I'm 12, Mr. Irrelevant.
He's in the Paul Farrington mock draft spot, which
If-
we all discussed how horrible
If
that
you're
spot
picking
is.
12th in the fantasy
I will
draft
have
and
the-
you do what I did, you'd be thrilled.
I'll
If you
have
get
the worst
McCaffrey and
team-
Genty on the
No.
turn,
I don't want Genty at all, but I'm gonna get him.
yeah.
I will take Genty and be like, crap.
But you're
here's
taking
Genty.
McCaffrey if he's there at 12.
He won't
no,
be there.
Yeah, I mean, no, he won't. But like, that's a great pick at 12.
Well, I
It's
know,
risky,
I know for a legitimate fact
Who's
he
taking
won't
him,
because
Jeffrey?
somebody's taking.
It's your brother, Jeffrey.
There's more. There's Jeff might not get him either.
Jack's brother's like, you guys aren't going to see what's coming at pick 9 or whatever he is. If it's McCaffrey, he's probably not going to be there. Like, Jeff's like, yeah, wait for this.
No,
Joshua Tainter of the super chat coming in. We appreciate that. Packers fan denial, I guess, talking about me. We'll see mid-season.
Yeah.
We will see mid-season when the Vikings go on a run and beat the Packers twice.
Gosh, Daryl Johnson with Looking Up North with Andy on Wednesdays. That's not bad. Looking Up North. I kind of think around the NFC North that's what I'm going to propose to Andy.
Looking up north could have a little dirty meaning too.
Well, it doesn't have to, but I guess with Jack. All right, Jacob Clay. I'm sorry because I started reading your question off the mailbag to start this, and then I can't remember what happened. Someone. We kind of had problems with our attention. Thank you for making the offseason more bearable. Also, your draft content was unbelievably cool. I'm glad you guys had a great time in Green Bay. I don't always comment. But I just wanted to say that you guys are awesome, and producer Zach had the best fantasy draft. Look at that, Zach.
Ooh.
Paul, your draft was way too questionable.
Ooh. I mean, that's
Yeah,
right.
and you're the 12th pick.
I still don't know.
Gonna
But
suck.
if you get Genti and McCaffrey at 12, I
That
really
sucks.
think that's I think you're leaving that draft happy.
You're
That
worst.
sucks.
That's not a draft you can make
Yeah,
if you're
that-
in a league as a punishment for 12.
That
Because that's
sucks.
a worst or first draft.
Well, I'm in it to win. I play to win.
Okay.
And you never win.
Stop
Okay,
it.
Herm.
I don't think you've ever won.
Well, you play to win the game? Yeah, okay. Only losers say stuff like that.
No,
Winners win. Losers talk about winning.
You winning fantasy and going to the gym is a double myth.
Yeah.
Like, I believe you've never set foot in a gym, you've never won fantasy.
All right, if you got any questions, again, feel free to throw them in
All
the
right, I'm
Q&A
going to keep going through here. Seabass the Scumbag says, favorite alternate uniforms in the NFL. I think
the Dolphins. It's got to be the Dolphins. It's got to be the Dolphins.
What's the question?
Which ones? The favorite alternate uniforms in the
I
NFL.
know
said
my
we-
favorite alt is.
What?
The Bengals whiteout.
I think they're overrated. Everyone goes crazy on the Bengals
You're not a
whiteout
huge fan
uniforms.
of that.
I think they're fine. I know, but most people love them. So
I mean, so the thing is like, are they the best uniforms in abstract? Maybe not. I love all white uniforms for a night game. And that's like often, like the Bengals bring those out for their huge primetime game. I really like that.
I like the Steelers Bumblebee ones.
oh, those are gross.
That's my favorite, I think.
I can go for a little Tampa creamsicle.
I was gonna say I think the Tampa creamsicle ones that they're bringing back
Yeah.
this
It's
year are really cool.
absurd that the
You know what,
Dolphins
you-
72 uniform is
Yeah,
just not up
whatever.
there.
That's
some
like the
good-
Bears.
That's
84.
everybody. That's like everybody's favorite uniform.
Like some good cream, Ziggy?
You
Which
know- you
one?
know
The
my
the like darker
The-
aqua.
There's 72 uniform that day. Our throwback unis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're nice. I think they're nice.
Everybody votes them as the best.
I will level with you. One of my favorite uniforms, this is a really hot take. I love the Rams bone colored uniforms. I love those.
Which one? Do you have a picture of it?
Well, let me pull it
The
up.
Rams bone colored uniforms. Yeah, I think I like
Sandy's
the
been
creamsicle.
awfully quiet.
Like these.
Yes.
Huh?
Sandy's
Oh,
been
yeah,
awfully
yeah.
quiet.
Okay. All right, continuing on. I'm hitting these member questions right now. Again, remember, you can become a member by going to the community homepage. Dobby says, Dobby's actually not a member. It's a great question, but you really should. What's your favorite part of making the show? Follow up, what's your favorite content to make? Also waiting on the Ziggy swimsuit calendar announcement.
Yes. Yes. I've been calling for it for a long time. But he
That would
refuses-
be my
he
favorite
refuses to
content
do
that
it.
we made if we had. Well, we're thinking about actually doing a little like photo shoot while Ziggy's here because we need some updated pictures. Maybe we just go ahead and knock out the Ziggy swimsuit.
Yeah, like,
No, not
please.
happening.
Please,
Ziggy
Ziggy.
says-
I'll give
You're
you,
just begging here.
I'll give you thousands of bucks personally.
I believe you. So here's the thing. My favorite content to make of all the stuff we do are like the live post game reacts. Whether it's like after an NFC North game. So like we had some Vikings heartbreak ones. We had some like big, but that's when the emotion's the strongest. You know, like I like that this show sort of brings out the more emotional aspect of football, especially because we're all together.
Yeah.
Going on a live after a game and just like either that was awesome or that sucked. It's a great time.
I have to say, I don't know if I've ever had a. There actually hasn't been a reaction show that I've gone on to like really, really happy. I don't think. Like
What?
no, not like.
What?
I don't mean
No,
like.
we don't do a lot
Sorry,
of happy
I don't mean
reacts.
like as like in general. Like I'm very content with my life. I mean as like a Viking fan. There
What do you
hasn't
mean?
been an
Literally,
episode.
all last season, I think you were like, I'm the most optimistic I've ever been.
Oh no,
Like-
yes.
What do you
but
mean you
we-
weren't happy?
but no.
after a
I'm saying
live?
like we've
we
never
did
had an
vibes.
episode end or a game end where like the Vikings just had a crazy victory and we went immediately live. You know what I mean? Like if we had done it after the Buffalo game a couple years ago, you're gonna see me sky high. Like I actually think when I'm happy, I think I'm more dangerous to myself than when I'm like really drunk.
What are you talking?
Because I just start.
This is why we don't do live shows.
I
You
just
guys say
start-
the weirdest.
Because I
stuff.
just start firing off like happy text messages to people. Like you know how like if you're drunk, you know you have anxiety the next day if you like send off some messages.
Oh, I've gotten it.
When
really,
I'm happy,
really bad. You
when
have to
I
look at me.
yeah, I bet.
You're not going to talk about anxiety with me.
No. I don't. So like when I'm really happy, I'll just like start texting people, and I'm like, and then I'll like come down. I'm like, oh my god, like probably shouldn't have been texting all these people. Like let's effing go.
Oh, I'll wake up and be like, oh no, what did I do?
What do you get?
What is this show? What did we do? What did we just turn
This
into?
might be the worst live show we've ever.
I think
done.
I sent Ziggy a nude.
what is going on?
This is definitely one of the best live shows we've ever
My
done.
endless void says, and yeah, just to cap off, the reactions are really fun though. Like it's good coping for me too, because usually we go after like
I'll be
football
honest,
depressed.
This whole show has brought the best out in all of us. I think.
Oh, I love the live shows
yeah.
are great. I think live shows are my favorite content.
Can I have one more
Well, I think
thing that I
it's just in
like
general.
about making the show?
Sure.
You know, it's like we were friends in college. I had no idea who Jack and Zach were sort of before I started this really. I'd met you like once in a dorm and I thought like, who's that guy?
Who's that freak?
Who's that freak?
Who's that athletic monster with the huge quads?
Who's that muscular, fast dude?
Is that
walking around-
Saquon Barkley? But no, it's
Who's that
like
handsome guy?
we would
who's-
talk like what if it weren't for the show maybe like once every 6 months?
Well, that's not true. I mean,
Probably.
well, I
Maybe
never-
once every 3 months. We would not talk
I don't
very
know.
often.
I mean, me and you I think we're very, very good friends.
Yeah, and we'd probably talk once every few months. But because of this show, we talk 2 or 3 times a week.
I mean,
We talk every day.
Look,
I think.
I've seen Ziggy 3 times in my life, but I feel like
It's like one of your best friends.
I'm with Ziggy every single day of the year.
Yeah.
You haunt my thoughts every day of
Well,
the
I
year.
got a question, Ziggy. Do you know the first time we ever interacted?
Was it that Spider-Man movie?
It was not.
Oh, was
You-
it not
It
Spider-Man?
wasn't Spider. The first time we ever interacted,
I have no idea.
it was on when you were doing the Paul Farrington show in Notre Dame, and I called in about the Dolphins wide receivers that year, and I was making the case for Kenny Stills, Devontae Parker,
Oh no.
and like Jakeem Grant, and saying how they were the greatest, and you were just shutting me down in every form. And that was our
Who was
first-
right? Who was right?
Look, and you were right, but
I called in 2. I forget what I asked though.
but that was our first ever.
you gotta readjust your sitting position. Bro, look at this. It's like you're wearing oh my god. Can you put your legs down? What the? Oh my god.
Hey, that's for any female viewers. That's for the female
What is
viewers.
this? You're like,
No.
yeah.
That's for Sandy's.
What the
That's for
hell?
Sandy's
We're gonna
granddaughters.
de-escalate this a little.
I mean, I'm looking at I'm looking at his crotch.
That's for Sandy's granddaughters.
No,
This is insane.
No, cut that.
Any, any female viewers
Reach that
here?
behind you, Ziggy. You get that blanket right there. Oh my god.
Any female viewers?
Thank you to who wrote that? Someone typed in here. It was like, I'm getting way too much of Zach. Yeah, cover up a little
Alright.
bit, man.
You
My
guys-
gosh.
That comment means that he or she liked it.
God.
No, that does not mean
You
that.
100%.
Who wrote that?
It was Hoopak.
Yeah, it was great. It was like I get way too much of Jack's up, and I looked over. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me! This is nuts."
That's for our female
Andy
audience.
Herman might cancel our show now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we're getting like some really respected people in the industry, like people that and now Jack is actually sticking his toes. I mean, that looks comfortable.
Yeah, you can't see my toes are blocked by the
We
thing.
have some like really like impressive people coming. I don't know how this is gonna happen. It's okay.
I'll be tame when they're on.
Yeah, oh no, I believe it. I just
That was just for our female audience in the live.
like that's the thing. Jack doesn't even realize what he's doing. All right, we'll continue on. My endless. Wait, hold on. I want to make sure I'm not skipping anyone. Hugh Pack says the Giants. Oh, okay. I like this. The Giants QB situation is similar, if not analogous, to Cleveland's. What?
Sandy retracted her offer.
Oh!
No! I blew it.
Hey, it's further than you normally get, man. It's a little further.
Great decision, Sandy.
You're
You're
right.
not going to regret this.
We're all still single though, so
Yeah, the rest of the crew is open.
Yeah,
The rest of the crew is open.
I'm not open.
Was
Ziggy's
my-
not open, so me and Zach are open.
Was
so
my
go
follow
ahead.
request like retracted? I'm wondering.
Did you get a follower request? Well, we'll figure.
Well,
this
I
out.
can't say a name. I can't say who it was.
Well, it was a good run.
Well, I'm in a blanket. One more chance. One more chance, Sandy.
It was a good run.
One
Yeah,
more
Sandy,
chance.
show your granddaughters. Tell them to check out our show page, and if they're interested, fire
Also,
over.
tell your granddaughters that we've got 2 great sponsors, Two Brothers Brewing Company and Rogue Energy, to fill all their hydration and alcohol needs.
Yeah, okay.
If they're over 21.
Q Pack goes. Hugh Pack goes, I think the Giants QB situation is similar, if not analogous, to Cleveland's. However, in New York, there seems to be far more promise at the backup position. How soon in the year do you see Dart starting?
So just to be, you did just say why it's not similar at all. The Giants have a promising rookie quarterback, and the Browns, after Shedeur just had a terrible game, probably don't.
Shedeur stinks.
I actually was watching back some of the Giants preseason while I was away. I didn't catch most of the game, so I was rewatching this morning. And Russ also, before we get to Dart, Russ also looked pretty good. Hey, Zach, you were at that that Giant Jet game. It's 50-yard line. Russell Wilson. Yeah. I mean,
he looked good. He had the one nice bomb to Collins.
Yeah, I know it's Bo Collins, former Notre Dame guy.
How did Dart look?
Dart looked good.
Dart was what was the? Can we pull up the graphic that you sent us? Before we get to Dart, though,
completed a lot of his passes in preseason.
Before we get to Dart, though, I do want to say the more I was watching the Giants, and I don't think the Giants are a playoff team or anything like that, but I really do think that I'm starting to change my opinion a bit. Like they're going to be a competitive team week in and week out, and they're not going to be an easy game on the schedule.
The Giants are not that different from the Minnesota Vikings.
The Giants are better than the Vikings.
Well, go ahead. I'd like you to explore that
so
further.
I will explain this. The Giants have a lot of strong players at important positions. They've got a great defensive line. They've got a great wide receiver. The offensive line has pretty good tackles, but a questionable interior. Their secondary is worse, and their coaching is worse. And ultimately, they're reliant on a rookie QB or a first-year starting QB to come in and elevate them. Now, obviously, the Vikings, I think, are the better version of the Giants in just about every way. But the situations are not that different.
Yeah, I mean, I do think the Vikings, I think that last part was important. I think the Vikings...
I think the Giants are a lot better. I think they have a better quarterback, much better defense.
Why are you saying things you don't believe?
They have a better quarterback, much better defense.
They don't have better defense.
Yeah, they do. A receiver who's just as good as Justin Jefferson.
No,
the defense is not better.
This is right from M2. I genuinely believe the Giants are going to finish better than the Vikings. My evidence, I hate the Vikings. That's you right now.
Well, I think the Giants have better players than the Vikings, though.
You don't believe that.
Yes, I do. Their defense is the best defense in football besides the Steelers.
I mean, you could say they have a great line, a great D line.
Their secondary is horrendous.
Do you think that JJ's that much better than Malik Neighbors?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's better for sure.
I think
Addison's way better than. I mean, fill in the blank, Slayton Hyatt, whoever you want to put there.
You actually have to play to be better than somebody.
Week 4.
TJ Hawkinson is better than whoever.
I think
Aaron Jones is way better than Tyrone Tracy.
I think Dart's much better than JJ.
Our offensive line is much, much better than the Giants' offensive line.
Is it? I think it's close.
And I think maybe one of the most important things, I like Kevin O'Connell a lot more than Dable right now.
Dable is on the way out. Kevin O'Connell is on the way out.
I love Flores. I think the Vikings. I agree with you. I think the Vikings are just a much better version.
Dable built Josh Allen. Dable made Josh Allen.
I don't think that's true.
But anyway, regardless though, I was watching the Giants and I was like, they're Giants fans should be excited because Dart was 32 for 47, 372 yards, 4 touchdowns in preseason. Obviously, you can't put too much stock into it, but it's better. Again, we always say this. It's better than if he came out and was horrible. I think they're gonna play this out pretty perfectly. Play Russ, see how it goes. You really can't lose because if Russ plays great and you get off to a better start than you expect, all right, let's see where we could go with this thing. And if Russ starts to struggle, when Dart's ready, you put him in. No need to rush him, and the team is on the rise.
Unfortunately, this Giants team faces a murderer's row of defensive lines.
What do they open with?
I mean, so it's not just opening, but you open with Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs, and Chargers. Okay, that's not horrible. Saints, not horrible. Then it starts to get tough. You've got the Eagles twice. You've got the Broncos defense, the 49ers, the Bears, okay, maybe not so bad. Packers, Lions, Patriots, and then you finish off the season, Commanders, Vikings, Raiders, Cowboys. There's a lot of good defensive lines in the NFC.
They have a very tough schedule.
Having to face the Eagles twice is just brutal.
No, they have a very tough schedule. They're not going to be a playoff team, but they're going to be a team that, look, when the Vikings play them late in the season, I'm hoping at that point, the Vikings will have separated themselves. But there's a world where, the Giants will be pesty.
The Giants are my sleeper team of the year.
Yeah, no, I know you've been on them all year. I'd much rather be a Giant fan right now than a Jet fan in this area.
Yes.
Much prefer to be a Giant fan.
Not even close. Yeah.
Okay. Jackson Harvey says, how is it that Maxwell Harrison is already the best cornerback in the NFL?
You know.
Rage bait. My endless void. If
Have you ever seen that like rage bait meme?
No.
My legs are being missed, by the way.
No.
Like I feel like this is just what happens on the show. Like that's Jack, because Jack's the like lion, and that's me.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
have
a
to,
lion.
yeah, we can put that.
We got to throw that image up. If you just search rage bait emote, like it'll come up.
We got a question. Would you trade Calvin Ridley for Cortland Sutton?
in fantasy.
Yeah, if he well he has
Would I
Yeah.
trade
Where
Calvin
did
to
you
get
that?
Sutton?
Where did you even see that?
Fernando Lopez. Would you guys do Ridley and JCM? Who's JCM?
Oh, the new
Bill.
Commanders.
Yeah, Bill.
The Commanders running back.
For Sutton, and he has Bo Nix. I think I would.
I'm not moving off Bill until there's more clarity on what's going on in Washington.
Yeah, when you originally said Ridley for Sutton, I would do that.
Who's
JC?
Ja'Cory Krosky-Myers
He's-
is in line to be the starter in Washington after Brian Robinson got
But
traded
that-
to the 49ers.
But that room, well, Eckler's still
I'd rather
there,
have Bo Nix
and-
than Cortland Sutton.
Eckler is like 50 years
No,
old.
I know. I know. It's just, it's not like, it's not guaranteed that he's just
No,
going to
dude,
be.
but I want to
Yeah,
see
I-
what happens.
Yeah, I think I'd hold on to him too for that reason as well.
Nix to Son, I'd make the trade.
Bo, it's crazy.
So that means you
Bo
probably
Nix
shouldn't
is
make the
going
trade.
so high in fantasy drafts. Like he is really. People are taking him. I mean, finished what
People are too
QB7
high
last
on
year.
Bo Nix, by the way, as a fantasy quarterback. Way too high.
Yeah. Appreciate it from Musk, who's saying, I think someone forgot to smash the like button. So if you're enjoying the content, please remember to like. And if you're not subscribed as well, by the way, it would really help us.
If we get to 50,000, Paul's putting on the Packers clothing.
Yeah, actually, I mean, I guess we agreed to that. If we get to 50,000 by week 17, I would show up to Minnesota by week 16, I guess then. I would show up to the Viking Packer game in Minnesota wearing a Packer jersey, which I'm serious when I say that would be like,
Would you wear the
Horrible.
Ziggy Packers jersey?
sure, I'll wear one that says Paul. I'll do what you could do, any jersey that you guys want me to wear. I'll show up. But like, I guess that's really kind of cornering the Packer market. I guess I'll wear whatever jersey everyone wants because it doesn't just need to be
Yeah, we'll
Packers
put it
fans
to a poll.
subscribing.
If we
And
have
then-
50,000.
Yeah, 50,000.
win-wins.
And then
Whatever.
at that point, we're halfway to 100K.
Yeah, and then
Then we just
at
keep
100K,
growing.
you
Then
do
we
the
just keep
darkness
growing.
retreat.
I might refuse that.
Nope, you can't.
It's like the Impractical Jokers, right? When they started off.
Can we get a couple of the live questions for people that are here?
Go for it.
So this one's from XX Zeppelin XX. What happens first? Vikings win Super Bowl. Jack gets married.
Me getting married. 1,000,000%.
I mean, the Vikings
Yeah.
are winning the Super
Like-
Bowl in the next 3 years.
Well, Sandy can make that happen.
Sandy can make that happen with
Sandy
the
can
yeah,
make that happen
Sandy,
quickly.
please. What do I got to do? I'm sorry.
the
One more chance.
yeah. Here, Jack gets a lot of flack for his relationship abilities, and while there are definitely some Jack is growing as a person in relationships.
I have a lot of
He's a
girls.
great guy.
I have a lot of
too.
girls in the market right now.
Well, yeah, okay. I do think that
I actually have 0. So if Sandy want to help
my
me out,
hope
there
of the
we go.
Vikings winning the Super. Like I'm trying to be optimistic, but I'm pretty hopeless. Like
Like that will never.
I'd have to say Jack.
Like yeah, the only way is if I don't ever get married, which I guess is possible. But the Vikings in our lifetime will not win a Super Bowl.
I really hope. I was talking with my dad about this the other day, and he was like, I'm actually starting to get a little nervous.
He's getting older.
Yeah, like he's like, I might not actually see one. That'd be
Look, I don't think you will.
horrible.
Just remember the Venerable Bede's death song, and then it won't bother you anymore.
The Venerable Bede.
What? Do you know it? How long is it?
It's in Middle English, so I can't pronounce it
Like,
perfectly. But
Even if I go on the Golden Bachelor at 65 and get married, that's 40 years from now.
I mean, I
statistically,
think
the
I think that
Vikings-
just showed kind of the range of this show. Is the last sentence out of Ziggy's mouth was, "If you check out the Venerable Bede's poem on death." And then you
It's a
had
song.
on death, and then you had Jack say, "If I go on the Golden Bachelor when I'm 65, there's no show in the world. I promise you, there's no show in the world where you have Venerable Bede and Golden Bachelor said within 10 seconds of each other. And if you like that stuff, I guess
It would have been funny, if Ziggy said Golden Bachelor and I came back with Venerable Bede.
This is a
The roles
question
were
from
reversed.
longtime supporter A. Cook. If you're the Giants, what do you do with your 4 QBs? You get keep, bench, trade, cut. So, what are you going to do?
Keep bench.
So, presumably, they're not going to bring
Wait,
4
what,
quarterbacks
keep
into the
trade
season.
bench cut?
No, I presumably it's keep, bench, and then get rid of, either in a trade or a
Well,
cut.
are we kind of, is DeVito is
All
who we're
right, so
talking about?
Keep cut bench.
DeVito just got cut.
Yeah, who's the fourth? Or like, who's his fourth that he's talking about right now?
I have no idea.
There's Dart, Jameis.
Winston, Dart.
There's Russ, and who's the fourth?
DeVito was
Oh, yeah, I guess it
Is it
DeVito's
DeVito?
gone.
Well, okay, DeVito would be the cut regardless.
All right, so here's a better question. If you're the Giants, are you bringing all three of those quarterbacks onto your 53-man roster?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think I would.
100%. Why would you not do?
Who needs three quarterbacks?
I would want.
You know
three.
what? There is a venerable beathead in the chat, so shout out to you, whoever you are.
To answer Aiden's question, to start the year, I would have it keep. What was it? Keep bench.
Just
trade cut.
who are you starting?
Russ. I'm starting Russ to start to begin the year because I like Russ. There were moments last year where Russ still had it. Like
Yeah, but not much.
No, not much. But also,
I think Jameis is better than Russ.
the Giants' offense this year is the Giants' offense this year better. Would you rather be in that offense if you're a quarterback than the Steelers last season?
Yes.
You get Neighbors is definitely the number one of all those guys. I mean, I like Pickens, but
Neighbors not much better than Pickens is.
No, but Neighbors is a professional and Pickens is not.
and you have
That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, Pickens is a great receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, and he's not a professional.
he is childish. But you have I think the Giants
He's a
have
professional football player.
No, I'm saying that he doesn't. Like, he shows up late to meetings. He shows up late to games. He's not on the team bus. Like,
Okay.
he's a problem.
So he acts like a
personal conduct
Yeah,
penalties.
I'm talking like professionalism.
So he acts like a brat.
Yeah, that's what he means.
Yeah.
No, I think Russ could actually be pretty good. Like again, just preseason, but he's always had the deep ball. And I just thought when you were watching him and Justin Fields in that Giant game, and this is I literally just watched the game. That's why I keep referencing it. I know it was a little while ago, but when you watch the two of them, there's a big difference in how they anticipate things, how quick they are with their decision making. It's like Russ still has a little bit left, not probably enough to go on a big run like we were saying, but I think that the Giants have been so putrid for so long. Like around here, it's miserable for Giants fans. They have been in hell, and I'm not saying Russ is going to save you, but they should be somewhat relevant this season. And if it goes to hell, then you have a promising rookie quarterback who's going to come in and be exciting. That's again why I'd much rather be in the Giants' shoes than the Jets. But if it's like keep bench cut, I'd play Russ. I'd then Dart, then Winston. But Winston is he's just such a great teammate to have, and you could tell the guys love him. Was there another question that you wanted to hit?
We're gonna hit one more. We're gonna hit one more from the live. This is from a member. It is from Ranger Halada. Wondering what your guys' thoughts are on, I assume, a Jaden Daniels regression season, or if he's going to improve. And then if he regresses, do you think that's an opportunity for all four NFC North teams in the playoffs? I'll just say right now, there will not be four NFC North teams in the playoffs. It's just too hard.
Even
Also,
three
I wanna
is going to
think-
be a stretch.
I want to think positive. I don't want to sit here and predict a regression. I hope he does well.
I mean,
but
You know, it's one thing, and I'm not saying CJ Stroud is bad, but when CJ Stroud had his rookie season, he looked good against the bad teams, not great against the good teams. He struggled in the playoffs when they played a good team. Like, just in general, there were reasons to think, okay, maybe he had a better year sort of than he deserved. Still a very, very good player.
Mm-hmm.
Jane Daniels, you cannot make the conference championship game on a fluke. Assuming he stays healthy, all the reports out of camp are that he's taken the studying aspect even more seriously this year and that he's even more of a threat. I'm not sure they will win 12 games again. Winning 12 games in the NFL is very hard. But I think they're going to have as good or better a season. He's not going to be the problem in Washington.
I do think you can make a championship game on a fluke. Like, I think those New York Giants playoff runs were the...
Okay, I should say-
So in the Jets too.
Yes, like with Mark Sanchez.
I mean, Mark Sanchez he didn't have a regression.
No, those defenses the Jets had
Like,
in the
it's
running
different.
game.
Jane Daniels was the reason they made it there. I don't mean you can't make the game on a fluke at all, but the way they did it with Jaden Daniels playing lights out against good teams.
I completely agreed with what you said, Ziggy, that Jaden Daniels could take another step forward this season, and they might not win 12 games. Like the way last season, we
12's a
went
lot of
through it.
wins.
We went through it last year. Like they had a lot of games that they barely squeaked out that were miraculous finishes, and there's no problem with that. As a Viking fan, I saw that in 2022. We're 13-4, but then. 2023 comes and you see the other side of that, where the Vikings in 2023, before Kirk got hurt, were like 1-4 or something. I think we started 1-4, and the first 3 games of the year was like just crushing loss after crushing loss. And 2021 was like that as well. We've actually kind of played this flip-flop game of horrible losses, great wins, horrible losses, great wins. And the team's been kind of similar throughout most of it up until the defense improved last year. But Jaden Daniels, I do think he'll get better. I absolutely think he's going to be like, what were his numbers last season? He had like 3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Was that it?
Something like that. I mean, it's.
I think he could go for 4,000 yards, 30 plus touchdowns.
He could raise the touchdown.
Like I 100%. And think about what they did too, right? McLaurin will be there. They're going to bring back, or they brought in Debo, who you have some questions about, but you're hoping he can somewhat find the fountain of youth. You get Laramie Tunsil, like they're improving the line for him. They're giving him resources.
But I'm worried that their additions were primarily old, declining players.
Yeah, that's a concern.
I'm also worried that, like, we're talking about how football's back. The first NFL game's in a little more than a week, and Terry McLaurin is barely in the building. They've got to get that.
But Terry
figured out
McLaurin
now.
has also been like Terry McLaurin knows the ins and outs. And I'm not
still
worried.
want him getting reps
No,
with Jaden
I want him
Daniels.
to, but I'm not worried about it. If he's there week 1, I'm okay.
It needs to we're out of time. It actually has to happen now.
I also do think though that like while Daniels was great last year, I don't think he like lit the world on fire like most people think. Like
He just
would,
played
like,
good, clean football.
but like winning 2 playoff games was huge.
He scored 50
Like-
points in Detroit against the number 1 seed.
Yes, like if
Against
they
a 15 and 2 team.
like they beat the Bucks by what 3 points in the playoffs.
Yeah.
if
Did
they
that go to overtime?
No,
Oh,
it
no, it was a
almost did.
game-winning drive at the end. You're right.
but if they lose that wild card round, I think it's all right. Good rookie season for Daniels. But winning those 2 playoff games really propelled him to where he is now.
Yeah, it was the final. What they won 7? What 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight games.
Wait,
Then they-
remember there was like that when they lost a couple games in the middle of the season, people were saying like Cliff Kingsbury can't coordinate an offense for a whole season. It's washed. They
Yeah.
need to move on. The season's over.
Yeah. The very last question, because again, if you remember, you get your question read, was from My Endless Void, who said, if McCarthy has a bad first season this year, how much longer would you be willing to give him to prove he's the guy before moving on to greener pastures, especially knowing how good the Vikings roster is at the moment? Time is of the essence, I feel like.
1 more year, 2 years.
Yeah, I think you're treating this as if he's in his rookie season right now because of the
Yeah,
injury. So you're treating
exactly.
this as if he's a rookie. And what's the time we've been saying a lot? It's Thanksgiving of your second year is the time that you kind of make that decision. Obviously, JJ is not a rookie, right? So he's been in the building still, but we haven't seen him throw the football that much. So I would say if he struggles this year, let's say what are we talking, like 6 wins maybe, like enough to be kind of panicky. The Vikings win like 5 games or 6 games.
If the Vikings win 5 or 6 games, I mean, I'm known for being very aggressive on this. I'd take a quarterback in the first round.
If you like someone.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't take players you think suck.
Well, yeah, no.
Even after this.
But like,
this year,
how
just
aggressive
1 year.
would you trade up? Like, would you be willing to like move up?
Here's the thing: is if you take a quarterback in the first round, JJ McCarthy comes out and lights the world on fire next year, you can move that guy for a first round pick or 2. You can recoup a lot of your investment.
Yeah, I think if let's say we win 5 or 6 games, and
Like you saw,
and we're-
Daniel Jones just spending a year around Kevin O'Connell makes guys more valuable for reasons unknown.
yeah, if we're like 5 or 6 wins, top 10 pick, and we can move up for a guy we really like, I would do it 100%. I'd let the 2 battle it out, and then you're probably moving McCarthy, honestly, or you just see what happens, right?
If McCarthy is great after that, right? He has like an Aaron Rodgers-esque resurgence, except it's his second year. Great.
Yeah, but I would say
Remember
you're
when
really
the
looking.
Cowboys did that? It worked out.
I would say you're really looking at like a year and a half here for JJ to figure it out, unless if there's either something horrendous
like,
with the
these-
schedule.
Next year is a horrible quarterback year, unless something really changes.
These timetables too are becoming shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
Like unfortunately for McCarthy, but because of guys like Jaden Daniels and CJ Stroud, it seems to be recently, if you have it and you can play at this level, you're immediately off the bat, you're pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm just laughing, like looking at it. Looks like you're like ready to watch a movie with the blanket on.
I'm ready for my
like,
fantasy draft.
That's great. All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up. So
We appreciate all you for tuning in. This was a huge live show. I said we didn't really say it, but this is kind of celebrating 20,000 subscribers. The support from you all has been incredible up until
We
this
appreciate
point.
it big time.
We really appreciate it, and we hope you enjoy our show with the one and only Tom Grossi coming to you on Wednesday.
Ooh
yeah,
la la la
it's gonna be a
la.
lot of fun. So again, thanks to Rogue and to Two Brothers. Please remember to go check those guys out. Thanks again to everyone who's been listening. We are about 300 people most of the show, so that's pretty cool for a random August Sunday night. Is it Sunday night? Yeah, Sunday night.
And
Jeez.
football's not even back yet.
Yeah, you
And
can't wait
yet,
for it.
Football's